Some of you don't know how we started Rebact Homes Limited. I've said these stories on several occasions. I'm guessing some of you will be hearing this for the very first time. Rebact Homes started with nothing. I mean, we didn't have a property in Benin City when we started. All we had was faith and hope, as well as action that we took. We didn't have enough money to buy our first property. What did we do? We went to our property broker, negotiated with them that they should give us a certain period of time we're going to pay. And then they didn't want to agree at first. But somehow, they later agreed. We made our first payment. And in 6 months, we owned our first 20 plots of land here in Benin City. And that was how we started. We didn't have an office. We were borrowing someone else's office, working 3 times a week. And for the next 3 months, we already had our own office space. That's where we are right now at Okoro Junction, and we started growing and expanding from the 20 plot estate. We acquired the 50 plot estate, acquired the 100 plot estate, acquired 200 plots, the 300, and even 500 plots. Now, why am I saying this story? Why am I telling you this? You don't really need much to start. Alright? That little resources that you have behind that you feel is not enough is actually more than enough for you to begin your real estate journey. It's your desire, is it your dream to own a real estate empire? Start with what you have. Do you want to be a broker? Start with what you have. You don't have to wait to be very perfect. In short, the Bible tells us that we are working towards perfection. If iPhone was waiting to be perfect, they would have not started. And the reason why we know the iPhone is not perfect in itself is because they have had various iPhones. iPhone 6, iPhone 7, iPhone 8, iPhone X, now iPhone 16, iPhone 17. And the reason why they are not perfect is because they are going to have iPhone 18, iPhone 19, and so on and so forth. You all know the story of 7up, how they started. They tried 7 different recipes before they got 7up. You've not even tried, you've not started, and are waiting. You may wait and never take that action. No wonder they say the richest place in the world is the graveyard. Because so many people die with dreams on with wealth that they couldn't see physically. They're all in the graveyard. They will not take our wealth and riches to the grave, but we will go to amass wealth here on earth, even before dying. So, why am I doing this video? If you have desire to own property, that small 200,000 naira you have, 300k you have, 500k you have, that 1 million naira you have, look for a place that you can afford the property and buy there. Alright? It doesn't mean that you have to buy in the GRA area in your state. It doesn't mean that you have to buy in the Lekki axis, in the Aja axis, in the VI axis. Go to the rural areas, the outskirts of Lekki and buy. Go to the outskirts of the GRA, of the desired place in your city and buy. Someone told me a story of the Akpata family in Benin City. If you are from Edo State, you know about the Akpata family. How this new Benin axis came about. Back then, in the olden days, it's only the Benin itself ended at 5 junction axis. From where the Oba Palace is now, Airport Road, some part of Airport Road, it ended in the 5 junction axis. And then when the Akpata family came to Benin, they were not allowed inside Benin. What they did, they pitched their tent in the outskirts of Benin. And that's why they started calling that axis the New Benin axis of Benin. It was the Akpata family that started living in that location. And today, after many years, New Benin axis is now part of Benin City, and it has expanded. So you that say you don't want to stay in the outskirts, that outskirts you are running from is going to be the next desired city for tomorrow. So it's high time you start positioning in those locations. And that is what we are doing at Rebact Homes Limited. We are positioning in the next city that is going to be in the city of Benin and even in Abuja. So if you want to join us in this mission, feel free. You can become an associate, or you can key into any of our investments in these locations. Just buy the property. If you can develop. If you can't develop, just buy and keep and do land banking. Very soon, these locations will become the next desired city of the city. See you in my next video. I remain Mr. K, the landlord maker, and I just want to make you rich and a landlord. See you in my next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Anything you want to do, comment. Just join us to make sure this video reaches the end of the world. Thank you for following.